Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace. Is that Bobby Dynamite's music?
I think it is.
God damn, that's Bobby Dynamite's music!
How about them Stros, kid? How about them Stros, baby? Woo! 2-0. 2-0. We're recording Thursday night. It's 11 p.m. The Houston Astros just took a 2-0 series lead in Houston. It is something to behold, this series.
Well, I tell you, tonight was an absolute fucking deal fest by Framber Valdez. Good God.
Captain of the fucking quality start gang.
Thor wants to be Framber Valdez when he grows up. Because Framber was chucking fucking hammers like it was his job.
Yeah.
Just absolutely burying Cuervos. Making some decent hitters look not so decent. Look really, really undecent.
I mean,
what a fucking game. What a game.
It was a great game.
After Framber threw it in the shitter.
Yeah. Yeah, he did throw one away. The Aaron Judge ball to right field, unfortunately, that would have been a home run in only one ballpark in the big leagues.
So, Jared, don't you dare say that Aaron Judge doesn't have the... If it was going to be a homer, it would have been a homer, Jared.
It is far. It is gone. It's a Judgian blast. All rise. Here comes the Judge.
It's too bad because it wasn't... That's why you got to get home field, because the Yankees at one point were on pace to win 120 ball games. They came about 21 wins short of that and did not get home field throughout the playoffs. So if Aaron Judge had hit that ball in Yankee Stadium, it would have been a home run. It would have been a home run in Yankee Stadium, but that's the only ballpark that would have been a home run.
Or if the fucking roof was closed, that would have been a home run.
Yeah, that's true. Hang with them.
But you know what? Kyle Tucker is as cool and as calm and as collected as a dude out there in right field as you're going to see. For a player to be comfortable in his own ballpark, Kyle Tucker, comfortable in right field. Because I've watched that dude track balls back, and just a slight little whatever leap where he's obviously taking a homer away.
Yeah.
And he's taking a homer away by fucking 2.5, 3 feet. Like it's clearly a homer. And he's just like super nonchalant, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that dude is so he's not underrated. He's underappreciated. Mm-hmm. He is so ridiculously underappreciated.
That was a Bartman ball. That was Bartman all over it.
Somebody could have got involved there, Joe.
Easily.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have
been. But you got fans that they know what they're doing. They know where they're at. They know the game situation here.
Yeah.
Let Tuck play this. We're going to tuck it in and let Tuck take it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a stat. Let me give you the analytics breakdown.
Please do.
Okay.
Because Jared's saying this is only a home run in one fucking ballpark, which is straight up propaganda.
That's not true.
That's
true.
It is true technically.
What do you mean technically?
Because, bro, Devin Fink on Twitter, he knows analytics, man. And he said 106 miles per hour off the bat, 28-degree launch angle, similarly hit balls on average 414 feet.
Damn, that sounds like a home run.
Usually.
Why didn't that one go 414 feet?
Because the wind, man, was blowing. Same reason why Bregman's went out.
That's a dagger. Yeah. Well, the wind, so Bregman's got out because it was a crosswind?
Blowing out the left there.
Damn.
Blowing out the left.
A lot of people thought that it was gone. A lot of people thought that it was gone. No.
Both of them. But
Swung
definitely.
On, there it goes. Deep left center. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. but caught.
I mean,
That's how it goes.
You got to play the game. Everyone gets the same amount of outs, and it just didn't come out the way that they had hoped. And I know that the at bat to Stanton's last at bat, very inconsistent strike zone, 3-0 pitch, maybe a little beneath the strike zone, should have been ball 4. But yeah, no strike zone. People are saying, "Oh man, like we got boned. He should have walked." And he ended up striking out. It's like, it's 3 strikes. 3 strikes is a strikeout. He had 3 opportunities to kind of make a wrong or right there, but strike 3 set him down.
Tough AB, man. Tough spot.
It was a tough AB.
Look, dude, I have seen so many times, and I'm not knocking Stanton at all here. Like just the umpiring, and I tweeted it out today when you saw a picture of or a video of Jason Dominguez. I mean, shit, I think it came out yesterday of him challenging the call. Like, and I just thought it to be interesting. Like, at how many points and times during the postseason with this rule starting to creep its way ever closer to the big leagues, what these kind of moments would look like when you see a big, guy on base, a big bopper up, close pitch, maybe borderline, maybe clearly obvious, should have gone the other way. Like, what does that do in that moment, Yeah.
That would be sick. I don't know how that worked in that video, but if you guys it's crazy.
It's super easy. It's super quick, Joe. You throw a pitch and I don't agree with the call as a hitter. I just do what Jason Dominguez did. Boom, boom, tap my head. That's the signal to the replay up top in the scorer's booth to run the replay. You've got the live in-game readout on the video board. So everybody in the ballpark and everybody at home is going to see what the scorekeeper or the replay person is seeing, the challenge person is seeing. And then you go right there.
I would
real
love
time.
it. I would love if they did that and it's all up to the hitter and there's no fucking dork in the fucking dugout with the calculator, telling
Joey,
the guy.
Joey, you're not listening to me. It's all up to the hitter.
On that in that fucking Arizona Fall League, but in the major leagues, I don't know what it's going to be like.
Well, no, they're not going to start relinquishing that to the. No, I don't think that would. I mean,
well, that's what they do with the challenge calls now.
Well, yeah, but it's the player who's looking in and saying, "Hey, you might want to," and at this point, that's all just eyewash. That's all show, right? Everybody slides into second and starts immediately pointing into the dugout, right?
Yeah.
Or even after a tag. That's just fucking. That's now part of the mechanics of baseball. Like, you slide, and when you slide, remember, you want to point to the dugout emphatically 3 times. Boom, boom, boom. That lets them know you really mean you want the challenge. That's just part of what they fucking do now. So if I feel like I got banged, yeah, I'm fucking tapping that nugget. Come on. Give me another peek.
There's going to be a lot of funny ass videos of people just taking it right down the middle, touching their helmet like an idiot, wasting their last challenge on a fucking pitch right down the middle.
Tough.
Yeah. But I mean, do we start here game 2? Should we start game 1? What do we?
Yeah, let's what we should do? We should start with a little DraftKings Sportsbook because NBA fans, wait's over. Basketball is back. So tip off the season with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers can make any $5 NBA moneyline bet and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Check this out. In addition to the usual bets, everyone can boost their winnings up to 100% with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, and place a stepped up same game parlay today. With payouts bigger than ever, DraftKings Sportsbook is where I go to bet on the NBA. Tough night for the Phoenix Suns, losing an opening night against the Mavs. That one's tough, but we still believe in our Suns. So go. Suns out, guns out. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. There's still a playoff team. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use the promo code Jared, Jared. Make any $5 bet this week and get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Only at the DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code Jared. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See the show notes for details. All right. If we want to start with game 1, I'm more than happy to do it. But first an observation. Because I just saw Bailey, Foolish Baseball, tweeted this out. Are you guys cool or are you guys rivals because you're like the two top dogs?
Foolish Baseball.
YouTube baseball guys. You guys cool?
Yeah.
You have a relationship?
More than that, dude. That's
Damn.
my fucking brother.
Wow.
That's family.
That's family to you.
Just 2 YouTubers who love the Braves. And just
He's a Braves fan?
Yeah, and we post videos. We do video essays.
Damn.
Oh, shit, fam.
I didn't realize that. So he just threw a tweet out being like, the Astros may not lose a game this postseason. And that could potentially be true. But when you look at their 5-0 run to start the postseason, every single game has been really close.
They're not kicking the shit out of people. And I'm going to tell you right now, whoever comes out of that slugfest that's popping off in the NL, I got one of them clubs scratching out one. Just based on the pure grit I think we're seeing. I got them scratching out one. But I'm not taking away from what you're about to say about what the Astros are doing, because they are. But this is what we talked about with the Astros. When you talk about a complete team, you watch them execute. And even in those close games where it's a run or two here or there, it still feels like it's maybe one or two more runs than it actually is. So 3-2, it still feels like there's, I don't know, like you still got more ground to make up because it's the fucking Astros.
Yeah. So I guess it depends on how you look at it. Is it glass half full or glass half empty? Because you could look at the Houston Astros postseason so far and be like, they're barely squeaking by. Like, they're barely beating teams. They're 5-0. Like, I think it's more of a compliment to, because it's not like there's only one game that was, I don't even want to say it's sloppy. Like, Verlander got touched up for 6 runs against the Mariners.
Yeah, just
that game, I believe, was 8-7. But other than that, these have been low scoring. You need a clutch hit. The Astros got it from Mr. Peña in Seattle to Bregman tonight. If they've needed a big hit, they've gotten it. And then they can, they've gotten great starting pitching outside of the Verlander game 1 start against Seattle. Everything else, you got exactly what you've been looking for from your starting pitching. You've got an excellent pitching out of your bullpen, 18 fucking scoreless innings out of the bullpen in one game. And then you look at this series against the Yankees, and, it doesn't matter who they call upon. They've got guys blowing 98, 99, and they've got sick shit that they can. There's not a lot of traffic either. There haven't been any heart attack innings, really. Like, this has just been, you know what? I'm going to use the word masterclass. This has been a masterclass to this point by the Houston Astros on how to play the game of baseball correct.
Well, they're getting the just right amount of production from all phases. They're getting the timely hit. They're getting the effort from the starter, and the guys in the bullpen are doing more than just enough, because you got fucking Neris coming in and blowing, Montero coming in and blowing. Montero got scathed a little bit, right? He gave up a homer. But then you got Presley coming in and shut that shit down. Presley comes in, shut that shit down in real sexual fashion. 3 punches. Thanks for coming. So when you got Bregman stepping up game 2, getting the big knock like he did, but you got Yuri game 1, you got McCormick game 1. Both these dudes jump ship early. Or not early, but I mean, like 5th, 6th inning, I think, somewhere around there, right? They both went deep in the same inning. That's starting to outline the recipe. What we just talked about. Verlander gives you 6 dominant 11 punch outs. Go fuck yourself. And you hand it to the guys in the bullpen that I just mentioned. But over those 6 innings from Verlander, he goes into the dugout and he's looking up going, boys, whenever you'd like to. And at that point, it was a 1-1 game. Bottom of the 6th, Astros come up. And as I said, McCormick goes deep. Gurriel goes deep off Schmidt. And the Astros are ready to turn that into game over. It's lights out.
Yeah.
Lights out.
The Gurriel too. I mean, he didn't really do dick this year offensively, and he's had some pretty big homers for the Astros in the postseason so far.
We do gotta give some love. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, a guy like Yordan Alvarez, you start off the postseason as hot as he did in the series, the division series against Seattle, and you're thinking, here we fucking go again. He's about to just go on an absolute tear. And in this series against the Yankees, the biggest hits, they haven't had to lean on Jordan. I mean, it's Bregman,
but it's his presence. It's his presence. No, Jared. It's Mr. Motherfucking Peña. That's who it is. Because guess who is sitting on Jordan's lap in that lineup? It's Mr. Motherfucking Peña. So who's got to see some pitches? You want to get to Yordan? Yordan's going, bro, you got to deal with the little homie first. And Mr. Peña's like, but I ain't no little homie. Homie, you better come correct or I'm going to turn your shit around. And that's exactly what Mr. Motherfucking Peña's been doing, Joseph, is he's been turning shit around. So the mere presence of a Yordan Alvarez, how do we navigate this lineup? We know that guy's a fucking animal. And Ron Darling said it tonight, and I've been screaming it all season long for the last fucking 3-4 years. It's a pick your poison type effort with that dude. You want a lefty? Sweet. Numbers are almost better against lefties. You're a righty? What do you want to do? Well, you don't want to fucking pitch to the guy. So you got to get somebody out ahead of him. And right now, Mr. Motherfucking Peña is taking full advantage of being that dude that the Yankees are having to attack if they don't want to deal with Yordan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do tonight? 3 for 4 tonight, right?
Yeah. And speaking about not having to or not wanting to deal with Yordan, you got to give a shout out to Luis Severino for that last AB against Yordan when it's like, hey, we're not necessarily on the ropes, but Severino is very much at the end of his outing. You could go to the pen right there, and I don't think that any Yankee fan would be like, hey, Boone, what the fuck you doing? But Boone decides to leave Luis Severino out there against Yordan Alvarez with a runner on, I believe. There was a runner on and just fucking gassed them up 99. Fuck you. Try and hit this. Couldn't do it. And that ended the inning. So that was, I mean, if there were a couple plays there was that double play that they turned late that they were talking about. Oh, yeah, you know, if the Yankees come back and win this game, like circle that play right there.
What, the Glaber play?
Yeah, that double sick. Play.
That was sick.
It was a sick play by Glaber, but I mean, like lost in all that was a fucking great pick by Rizzo at first base too. It was just all around.
I don't. Fuck, it wasn't lost on me.
That was the best part.
Yeah, that's the second. I mean, and that was the second nasty pick that Rizzo had in back-to-back innings because it was the fucking play from Peraza. Like, buddy, I don't think people truly understand how sick of a play that was by Peraza. It's a slow roller. It's who was it? McCormick, I think again. McCormick, who's fast as fuck, busting it down the line, and Peraza's got to make a decision. I can either circle this ball and come up and maybe have a little bit better angle towards first, or I can do what he did. And he, instead of going to the forehand, open palm, he backhands it. And what that does is it allows him to flip the ball up into his hand. Nice, quick, easy transfer and fucking slingshot it over to Rizzo, who, as you said, Joe, makes a sick play at the back end. That is a high IQ baseball play because he understands if I go to the forehand here, I'm going to have to get the ball to my hand, and I just have to get the arm up to a certain point in order to be able to get enough on this throw to get a speedy McCormick. Otherwise, I know I've got the hands and I know I've got the arm strength to go to the backhand, flip it, sling it, bang them. That was fucking sexual. Like, I jumped up when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, that is sick, because everybody's talking about, oh, the lineup, the shakeup, defensive positioning. When is this guy going to get a shot? How many people were telling me he should have been playing since fucking July, Dallas? What the fuck are we doing? Well, you see that right there, and you get a sense of maybe why the Yankees fans have been clamoring. Just too little, too late, just not enough. Fucking Astros.
Yeah. Also, on
Huge.
Chas McCormick. So Chas McCormick is a Philly boy. So
his name is Chaz. Jared, his name is Chaz.
His fucking name is Chaz. So oftentimes you'll see someone make it to the big leagues, and then all their friends and family are like, you know what? Like he grew up a Yankee fan, but now he plays for the Red Sox. We're all Red Sox fans. So you can't do that with Philly DNA. So Chas McCormick's family, they're Phillies fans. I mean, obviously they're rooting for the Astros. They're rooting for Chas McCormick. But like, I was looking at like his brother's Twitter, and it's just all fucking like Phillies tweets and everything. He's tweeting like Chas McCormick highlights, but he's just like balls deep in this Phillies playoff run. That's going to be such a confused. Like, what do you do? what do you do if it's Phillies Astros in the World Series?
Bro, come on. That's like the Nola parents, like Papa Nola. I mean, think about what he was seeing.
It's a little different because you're rooting for your kids versus like I grew up. Like he's been rooting for the Padres and the Phillies for like a number of years. Like if you grow up diehard Phillies fan and then your brother is on the Astros, it's like, man, I hope you do great, but I don't want to see my Phils win it all.
You can't root for the cheaters if you're a Phils fan.
Oh, they're not cheaters, dude.
Chas McCormick's not a cheater.
No, I don't think so. I would never say that. Chas McCormick wasn't on the 17 team, was he?
Who gives a fuck, bro?
Well, a lot of people, Joey. A lot of people. Yeah, and I think a potential slanderous statement coming out. For your sake, I think a lot of people also think that. I mean, Kanye's getting lit up right now. You should probably back off, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, bitch.
All right, well, sorry, Chaz.
That's right.
But watch what you're fucking doing, because if you do something, I'm going to say it on the podcast.
He's on you. No, this series has. I got to give some love to Harrison Bader. Got to give some love to Harrison Bader. Hear me out. The dude hadn't been on. What's the stat? The dude had never hit as many home runs in like a 8-game stretch or whatever it is. Like he had 3 or 4 home runs in a 9-game stretch or whatever, and he's got 4. I mean, the dude is, as far as like needing a big hit or needing production from a spot when you're not getting it from other places.
I never knew that I hated Harrison Bader until he became a Yankee. He just looks like a fucking asshole.
He does look completely different. I never looked at like with the Yankees. He looks like he's got like a Hunter Pence vibe now. All of a sudden,
Hunter Pence is likable.
No,
like,
but I don't.
Harrison
I'm not saying I
Bader,
don't like him.
Harrison Bader with the Cardinals, like he looked like a surfer bro.
Yes,
and then on the Yankees, he looked like he climbed out of the stands as a Yankee fan. Is like, all right, bro, let's fucking do this. Let's go Yankee. Like he looks like a Yankee fan because he was.
I am 100% on board with that take. 100%. 100%. I loved Harrison Bader in St. Louis for that reason. Did he? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, which is rare. Did he wear a puka necklace at one point in time in St. Louis?
I could definitely see that being a thing for sure.
I don't know why I have that vision. Maybe it's just the white undershirt that I see with the long flowing hair. So my brain just puts a puka shell necklace on him. But the vibe.
Yeah, I got a picture of.
Do you?
I mean, I don't know if you would say it's puka, but it's puka-esque.
For conversation's sake. Joey, don't let fucking facts get in the way of my story right now. God damn.
It's a puka shell necklace.
Thank you. So Harrison Bader, we all know, had a roadside puka shell stand when he lived in Hawaii. So
in Hawaii.
As a Cardinal, fucking great look. Like just a gritty looking ball player, right? Like this dude will sell out, run through a fucking wall for you. Now I'm sure he's the same dude, but he doesn't look like that same dude.
No, he looks completely different. He's it's like a Brett Gardner, Hunter Pence mix. That's my
Brett Gardner, Hunter Pence love child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he throws the ball, it just seems a little like awkward.
There's elements of players that are not known as Yankees when they go to the Yankees, and it's like, well, like Josh Donaldson, perfect example. He's still Josh Donaldson. Like he's still the exact same dude. He didn't he had to shave, but like he barely even does that.
That's it.
He somehow gets away with like the facial hair rule. But like Bader physically transformed to become. It's like he was like a Pokemon that evolved.
Yeah.
He's like a fucking asshole Azard now. It's
the Charizard glow up for Bader.
Nah, it's not even a glow up. Like I feel like the long locks was trademark. Like once you have established yourself as like a flow guy, it's kind of hard to just like you go back to stock. He looks like the default character now.
To go no flow. Yeah, like when you start I always do this. Like when I create a player in MLB The Show. Until I get to the big leagues, no tattoos, clean cut, no chains, no fucking wristbands, no nothing. Just straight default creative player. You got to fucking grind, dude. You want the drip, you got to earn it. All right. I'm not just slapping fucking wristbands and shit on this guy if he hasn't earned it. All right.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna make you like him again. Because I know Dallas hates KFC. I'm pretty sure Harrison Bader chirped at KFC one time because KFC was going off about Bader, like it was like a Mets Cardinals thing. And then Bader was like, damn, like out of all the Barstool people, like I couldn't at least get like Dave or something. And he's like, I couldn't get like one of like the top guys, which is fucked up. Kevin's up there. He's probably like what, number 3?
Yeah, for sure.
Getting chirped by Kevin is a badge of honor.
Not to Bader, gives a fuck.
Yeah, he didn't care at all. That just makes him seem like he's a casual.
Yeah, I like
if
him.
If you know Dave and you don't know Kevin, you're a casual.
But Jared, that's probably, come on, that's the point, is he does know him, and that's the fucking backhand.
I think it was on purpose.
Absolutely, that's the backhand. Like buddy, he's looking at him like, come on, like you're cute and all, that's fine, but yeah.
So where are you? What's the final verdict? Are you a fan?
Back in on Bader, absolutely. Invited to the fucking 10th wedding anniversary.
Terrible. Terrible.
Don't hate.
That's just terrible. It's a bad take, Dallas.
It's not a bad take.
It's a bad take. It's a bad take.
You gave me the buffer. You said he fucking hates KFC.
You can't just bond in your hatred for Kevin. Like that's not enough reason to be like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, hey, it's our fucking hatred. Yes, we can.
I'm glad, you know what? I'm glad Harrison Bader's a Yankee because, you know, like there's too many likable guys. Like I like Donaldson, I like Judge. Like there's a lot of likable guys. Like how do you not like Jose Trevino? Like how do you not like Luis Severino? You can hate Garrett Cole. He's a fucking dork, but like everyone else.
My love for IKF is well known. I will never waver off that.
Yeah. Who else? I mean, there's a bunch of likable guys.
I just,
Tyon?
For Pete's sake, it's
fuck him. Did you see him not even get a ride on the bus last night?
Who, Tyon?
Yeah.
You understand why, right?
No.
Because they didn't want the bad juju on the bus.
It's because the hotel is fucking walking distance. Like, I don't ever ride the bus to Houston or home from Houston. You can walk.
Whatever, dude.
So I saw that, but I didn't want to be like, hey, it's probably the better move because otherwise he's going to be sitting there in that ballpark for another fucking hour until that team bus leaves. Or he could just shower, eat, media, see ya.
No.
So, and I have absolutely taken one of those rickshaws back. So
it's just not show. It's not show.
That's fuck yeah, it's show.
It's not show.
Yeah.
Don't
you get
tell
the
me
whole
about
tuk
show.
to yourself.
What if it crashes? If he gets by a car?
Well, that would. So he's probably on the losing end of that one, but
yeah.
I mean, great guy, but I don't know that I'm gotten Tyon in a tuk-tuk taking on a Mack truck.
No, definitely not. Who, because I mean, obviously the Yankees are down 0-2, but back to the point earlier about none of these games have been blowouts. 3-2 tonight, 4-2 in game 1. Who on the Yankees has impressed you in this series so far?
Well, I mean, see, that's tough. I don't know if there's anybody that has, like, what would be impressive up to this point. Like, nobody has done anything that I
mean, back to Bader. If you want to do the full scope of the postseason, like he's stepped up big time.
Well, that's why I identified him and said that I got to give him some love, is because he has been the dude who, when it feels like you need a big hit, you're thinking about it, and he's at the plate, and you're like, well, I wonder when this big hit's going to come. Like, who's it going to be? And it's like Bader's sitting at the plate, like, hey, he's looking back at the TV. He's looking at you going, I'm fucking up to bat right now. I'm the fucking guy that's going to get the big hit.
Yeah.
Have you not been watching? And then he, like, checks back in and hits the homer, and you're like, and he rounds second, and he points at you at home on your couch. He's like, I fucking told you.
I think, and this is something that maybe Yankee fans can agree with me on. Right now, at least in this series, there's no one guy that when they come to the plate, you're like, all right, this is the fucking at bat. Like, let's go. Like, there's no one that's locked in that you feel super confident that they're going to come through for you offensively right now.
No, but I tell you what you saw with Rizzo, his last at bat, even though it was a punch out against Presley here, do we like that dude is so in tune with what he wants to do at the plate. For him to move up, was it Presley? It was Presley.
It was Presley, right? Yeah. When he threw him the slider and he was trying to get out in front of it, yeah.
Yeah, like, so just those kind of adjustments real time. Like I listened to Barry, like he talked about this in like, fuck man. It was like 2001, I think. Just the difference between good players and great players, good pitchers and great pitchers. And he talked about making adjustments in the at-bat from pitch to pitch. You know, and he said good players will make an adjustment from game to game. You know, really good players will make an adjustment between at-bats. Great players make adjustments in the at-bat, in between pitches. And Rizzo has that capacity. And you can see it unfolding in real time. He just hasn't been able to get the bat to the ball. He's been getting beat to a spot in that regard. Well, at least in that situation, because outside of Bader, Rizzo has been the next biggest threat for the Yankees. I mean, Bader's got a fucking north of 1,200 OPS. Rizzo's right behind him. And there ain't anybody else really in their neighborhood.
No, not even a little bit. I mean, Stanton, for me, like if I had to pick one guy, like that game one, the Yankees struck out 17 times.
17.
Judge and Stanton combined for just one of them. Like if you missed the game and I told you the Yankees struck out 17 times and I put the over under 4.5, you're smashing the over on that.
Yeah, I'm
telling
you,
Stanton had what, 3 hits?
Game one, he might have. Yeah. Did he?
I think he did.
He had 2. He had 2.
2?
But did he get on base 3 times?
But one was a double.
Double and a homer, right?
Stanton.
Game 1, he didn't hit a homer in game 1.
He didn't homer game?
Stanton was 2 for 4.
Why did I think he hit a homer in game 1?
That was game 5, the DS.
Was it the last
Bader and
maybe
Rizzo homered.
Well, the double was a ball that was about fucking 4 feet off the ground the entire way to the wall. Right?
Yeah. He has so much power the other way on a line. Like it's like it's incredible.
If I was
look at his stance, dude. Look how he fucking stands up there. It's insane.
I don't know how to fucking search Twitter like for tweets and shit, but I know in my heart of hearts, I know. When Stanton made that adjustment, I was watching the fucking game. I was watching the game when he came up to the plate and had cocked himself. When I was like, this fucking guy is pointed into the goddamn other dugout. What is he doing? And I was thinking to myself, like, and I remember saying to myself, I don't care if you throw 85. If the first pitch to this dude is not up around his chest, in off the plate, you're fucking going about it all wrong. And you're giving this dude an opportunity to hurt you. And the question from there was, is he going to be able to, at some point in time, get comfortable with the adjustment he's making and get back to being not only, the power threat, because that's always going to be there, but actually start to be aggressive and hunt balls again? Because it's one thing to go up there and react. It's another thing to go up there and be aggressive and hunt. And I wasn't sure what he was doing in that moment. I mean, obviously you fast forward, shit's worked out. There's no question. Shit's worked out. If I was Stanton and I was ever bored or like in a bad mood, I would just grab a bottle of baby oil and pull up the fucking StatCast page and check on exit velos. Because my God,
Judge still has him beat. They're 1-2, but Judge is 1.
But I mean, it feels like every time we're talking about a statistic that has to do with the ball getting shat on, you're saying Giancarlo Stanton's name 2-3 times.
Because when you talk about, like, if you look at the hardest hit balls every single year, it's like Stanton. Like he's all over the fucking top charts.
The double was 112 miles an hour.
Kyle Schwarber laughs at that though.
112 miles an hour. But that's a ball like Stanton is just like, there it is. It's like 112 miles an hour later.
That seems light for Stanton.
Right.
Like when he's hit, like he's like 116 plus when he gets it.
That's my point. And think about what that ball looked like. Like I said, it felt like it was fucking 4 feet off the ground. Just into the wall. Surprised it didn't stick into the fucking thing.
Yeah. Stan's a beast. And I tweeted that last night. I was like, I feel like, and I highlighted the strikeouts as the reason why. And I was like, yeah, Judge and Stanton, they only struck out once on a night that the Yankees struck out 17 times. Stanton had 2 hits. I want to say he was the only Yankee in the lineup that had multiple hits in the game. I feel like when the postseason starts, he just turns it up a notch. And not to take a shot at Judge, but sometimes he does go MIA when they need him in the playoffs. And I said this about the Yankees going into the postseason, where it was kind of around the time where they left Aroldis Chapman off the roster, and then they added Frankie Montas for this series. Obviously didn't help you give up a bomb. But I said, if the Yankees have a shot to beat Houston in this series, the offense can't go MIA, because every single year that, the Judge core that they've made postseason runs, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 was a quick one. This year, when they get bumped in the playoffs, is because their entire DNA is hitting the shit out of the baseball. And then when they get to October, they're not doing that. Like they usually they're built to bludgeon teams to death, and they're just not. Well, I don't want to say that they're not equipped to win close ball games. That wouldn't be fair or true. But when they're at their best, it's because of the slug. It's not because they're playing small ball. It's not because they're beating you in like little different ways.
They're playing a team right now, Jared, that offers both.
They can do it all. I mean, it's not even like Yankees, both limits it to 2. They can do it any fucking way. Any way that you want to win a baseball game, the Houston Astros are equipped to do it.
And how many times did the Astros punch out in the game that the Yankees punched out? 17 times? The Astros punched out twice. I think the ratio is 30-5. And with a 30-5 strikeout ratio between the two, think about how tonight's game, or how game 1 unfolded. 2 homers for the Yankees. 2 homers.
30-8, excuse me. 30. The Yankees have struck out 30 times in 2 games. The Astros have struck out 8 times.
So 2 homers for the Yankees, 3 homers for the Astros.
I got a stat for you.
Not only did the Astros out-hit them, they outpowered them.
Here's a stat for you. On the anniversary of Johnny Damon's Grand Slam at Yankee Stadium, 2004, when the Red Sox came back from being down 0-3 to win that series in the Bronx, no team has won the first 2 games at home and then lost the ALCS since the 2004 Yankees. That's the last time it happened.
Ouch.
We're gearing up for history.
Yankees fans will tell you it's their year, huh?
Yep.
Yankees fans want to jump off a bridge, dude. Maybe we follow different Yankees fans.
Bob Nightingale's got the fucking juice tonight. That stat came from Bobby Knights, and then he just tweeted this. The Astros and Yankees have now played 9 times this season. The Yankees have yet to have a lead for a full inning.
Damn.
You want to talk about Padres-Dodgers domination, which now is no longer the case because the Padres are moving on. The Dodgers are home on their couch. The Astros and Yankees have played 9 times this season. The Yankees have yet to have a lead for an inning, for a full inning. That's a special kind of ownage.
That's tough.
I mean, it's definitely not good. I'll tell you that right now. It's definitely bad.
That is tough.
Yeah, when the best team in the league is the luckiest team in the league at the same time,
like the Astros.
Look at the Astros, how they've won these games. Like they haven't lost one game this postseason.
Joey,
They've all been close.
just did everything he could to try to give the Yankees a shot to win. He's like, "Fuck, we've got 3 runs. What if I give you guys 2? You think you can get another one? Maybe 2 more? I bet you can't. Bet you can't."
Yeah, they got lucky today a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I think they're really good.
The wind. I said they're the best team by far. I said it, but they also got lucky.
When did they get lucky? Besides,
The wind, dude. The wind.
Joey,
you can't
that's
point
not
to
luck.
The fucking 90.
You can point to the ball four to Stanton, maybe, but they're both playing with the same wind, Joseph.
Fact.
They're both playing with the same wind, but if the roof is closed, they would have been playing with no wind, and the Bregman ball probably doesn't go out. You saw I had a fucking .040 expected batting average.
Well,
Home run though, unfortunately.
you got to yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a home run.
What was
It
the
went
what was the
360
weight?
feet.
How about the expected the expected batting average? Got a
Is that-
ballpark factor.
For Bregman, that's what it was.
Oh, really?
.040.
At Minute Maid?
Yeah. Which
Count-
honestly, I
Count
kind of.
I don't know if I believe that. I mean, it
that's the
fucking
stats.
it went out.
You gotta go by the stats. We can't be subjective here. It's the stats.
Hold on. I don't want to get too far into this, but how does a ball leave the ballpark that it's being judged in and yield a .40?
Because they can't judge the wind. They can't judge the wind, dude. That doesn't go into the algorithm. They can't. Wind doesn't go with algorithms yet. And that's what we're doing this offseason, boys.
That's what we're doing this offseason.
Numbers are so stupid.
We're fucking going on a pilgrimage to create the next wins above replacement.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Ayahuasca.
Didn't take much.
Ayahuasca, a little DMT. Yeah, a little peyote's. I'll bring
In
you a
the
nice
woods.
bouquet.
And just get down to it. Crunch the numbers. We're going to get war with wind. So we know, like,
some fucking spirit stats, baby.
Yeah.
because, dude, the wind fucking changed the game tonight. You can't convince me. That was a wind game. And it was a roof game. And, the Astros tried to close the roof. The Astros wanted the roof closed. And Manfred said, you can't fucking close the roof. Manfred made him open the roof.
Manfred made him open the roof.
And they were like, no, close the roof. Manfred was
Why?
like, trust me, you're going to want to open the roof.
Well, I tell you what, closing the roof, it appears, has closed any hopes for the New York Yankees. With that stat that Jared fired off, nobody since 04 in New York has been able to come back after losing the first two games.
Hey, Yankees have their two best pitchers, haven't even thrown a pitch yet.
It's too bad.
They haven't played one game in the zoo yet.
The Bronx Zoo, bro.
They haven't been to the zoo. Wait happens to this get into the zoo.
Oh, those animals.
Once they get
They're
back
waiting
to the
for
Bronx Zoo, man.
The zoo, they hate the fucking Astros there.
Yeah.
You think Altuve's 0 for 30. What's going to happen when he goes to the zoo, man?
He's going to thrive. He's going to fucking thrive.
It is true. He can only go from there. Once they start saying F Altuve.
That was tough. You can't knock on Altuve's door and expect him not to answer after long. So I'm expecting Altuve's going to have at least one dagger hit in the Bronx at some point.
Law of averages tell you it's coming, right?
Bro, do you see? Did you see what he did with the fan? That's karma.
Yeah, how about that? How does a fan? Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. But, well, I do know. Let's be honest. There's quite a few folks who are tasked with securing the perimeter of the baseball field that are struggling to secure their belt lines at times. And they're unathletic at times. There are people who are just not in the best physical shape to be doing that specific job. So when somebody enters the field of play,
I am,
and I call them out of shape, unathletic. I couldn't even. I don't know who. I couldn't see who was trying to help Mr. Altuve because they didn't have the camera on it.
But I saw they got like 6 guys on him. Yeah. Well, they have a bad history. Minute Maid has a bad history keeping fans in the park. You ever see that? Look on YouTube, search the Great Fan Escape. It's the craziest
when they ran over the wall, yeah.
Got over the wall onto the grass out of the park.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we got to be doing better here to get. I'm watching your video now, Jared. Your tweet, like, yeah. See, the second security guard just comes like trotting in, like, here's the third guy at the bottom of the screen. He's walking. That's a cop. He's got a belt on. All right, and now see, like none of these guys.
No one applied force. Like even once Jose Altuve, because the video doesn't show, the dude who ran on the field hugged Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve hugged him back, and then security gets there, and they're like letting the guy who ran on the field finish his conversation with Jose Altuve. And he's like, all right, you guys done? All right. And then they like try to escort him off. They usher him like 8 feet away from Altuve, and then they tackle him to the ground.
Yeah, the dude is like
I were
showing
in Boston, that dude's fucking legs are broken in 6 different places before he can get to Altuve.
Yeah, this dude is showing Altuve a cell phone. He's like, look, check it out, man. Selfie.
No, he was trying to take a selfie with him.
Yeah, he's like, what do you got here? Words with friends, quick. It's this is all I got. Yeah, I just it's a bad look for the
bad look for security. Bad
look for security.
A lot of bad
Great
looks
look for
going on.
Altuve. Great look for Altuve.
Absolutely. Yeah. As
looks.
this guy's getting drugged off to the side, like Altuve's like nodding his head, like, hey man, like appreciate the love. Thank you, bro. Like stay safe. 6 seconds later, just fucking dipped.
It's too bad. It's just not, I got to ask the question to the whole panel here. Not can they, because I think we can all acknowledge the Yankees are capable of coming back in this series for sure. I'm going to phrase the question this way. If the Yankees come back in this series, it will be because blank.
If the Yankees come back in this series, it will be because they outpowered a Houston Astros lineup.
That's what always comes down to every playoff series. Timely hitting. It's the most important stat no matter what. You could throw out OPS, throw out exit velocity. Obviously, that doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
Wins,
just to
probability added. When you get a hit, how much those hits count for? They hit fucking ball. I mean, look at tonight. And look at last night. Well, maybe not really last night, but tonight was one pitch lost the Yankees the game.
Oh wow, Sevy throwing shots. All right, let's play it. Well, not really shots, but he said that the Astros got lucky.
The team really frustrates you that they've had your number for so long and it's happening again?
Not at all. I threw a great pitch. I mean, he hit it at 91. So that's the only thing that I got to say. And Judge hit it at 106. Didn't go out. So, I don't know. They got luck. I mean, I did. I didn't know at the beginning how hard he hit it, but when I saw the iPad, I know the wind was blowing. That was the only reason that I got out. I think I make a good pitch in that situation there, and that's it.
So Luis Severino saying the Astros got lucky, and he's also blaming the wind. Luis Severino is fucking Joe.
Not only has
everything that Luis Severino just said is everything that Joe just said 10 minutes ago.
And not only that, but Aaron Boone is on the record as saying, I think the roof open kind of killed us. I think it's a 390-foot ball.
Aaron Boone said that?
Aaron Boone said that.
That's fine what fucking Aaron Boone said.
Legit. I mean, it was only about 370, but did you think it had a chance in that short, right?
Yeah, I think, who'd have thought? I think the roof open kind of killed us. I think it's a 390 ball. I think it was like 106 at whatever. And when I went out to take Sevy out, we noticed it a lot with Tucker's ball. The base hit he got to right, it kind of looked like it just went and stopped. And then I think Judgy's a homer all the time.
Wind was blown in.
The wind was blowing, across like that. So, I didn't think like he smoked it like no doubter, but it felt like his homers to right.
So tells you it felt like his homers to right, because the homers you see to right are homers that typically only end up going out of one ballpark.
Dude,
Your ballpark.
Listen to this.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a terrible pitch at all. I guess in a perfect world it could be higher, but he didn't. I think even he'll admit he didn't really hit it well off the bat, but he hit it well enough to get it out. So that's just how it goes.
Who was that?
That's
Christian
Higashioka.
Okay.
I don't know. I get it. Like, I feel like fans can say this shit, but when like the players and managers and everyone's like blaming the wind and like he didn't really hit it he hit the ball and the ball went over the fence. That's a home run.
Listen.
It's the
Did
game.
you hear each and every one of those people that commented about it? They gave you the analytics of the pitch, the exit velocity. They cited wind. So what happens is you go back to the iPad and you get an idea of what it looked like, and then you get those numbers after the game. You're like, man, I thought I got that. And who knows? Like those iPads, they might have StatCast readings on. But you find out after the game that you hit yours 106, and you find out that the other guys came off the bat at 91, yielding an 85 mile an hour bat speed, 1 mile per hour less than big league average bat speed. You hear Severino talk about, I think I made a good pitch. Wind, got lucky.
I bet you Judge handled this. Judge handled this with class. Let's see what Judge said.
Do you think that ball you hit early was going out?
No, not with the way the wind was playing.
More wind talk.
Blowing pretty hard out to left field, so I kind of hit it to the wrong part of the park. That's for sure.
Tell batter's box, go fly ball back, just make good contact. Stuff like
I was out there for 7-8 innings on defense, so I felt that wind kind of howling. So the minute I hit it, I knew, kind of what the result would be.
I can respect that.
Absolutely. That's it. He's not telling you.
He's not blaming
fuck,
it.
Man,
He's just like,
I hit mine 106. Bregman only hit his 91. Why the fuck didn't mine go out?
Right.
He gave you everything that he's known every time he stepped onto a field and felt the earth. Oh, that's right. We play this game outdoors, and this is what happens. Mother Nature happens.
Yeah.
The world happens. Weather, climate happens. We just now happen to have numbers that go along with what we see, and we've trained ourselves to believe that once you hit a certain number, you should be seeing a certain result. 106 off the bat with that launch angle coming off of Aaron Judge's barrel means homer. And then people are like, hey, I just want to mention one thing. There's the atmosphere that we play in. You're going to have to factor that in because this isn't the fucking moon, okay? So there's weather, and we're just going to so I'll back out now, and then go ahead, continue. Yeah. Just remember that. Just want to remind you that there's fucking weather happening.
Usually
okay?
there's not at the stadium. It's just a random day. They fucking open the roof. They never open the roof there. It's like 99% of the games there, roof's closed.
Do we all understand that it's a strategy play, right?
Didn't you just say that it was because of Manfred, not because of the Astros?
Wasn't because the Astros almost outsmarted themselves. The Astros almost fucked themselves. They wanted to close the roof. They love playing with the roof closed. Astros love roof closed.
Well, because the reason for that, I feel like, is more because the crowd is louder when the roof is closed.
Yeah. Joey, you're telling me that Rob Manfred mandated the roof open?
Yep.
Where did this happen? What?
I heard it on the pregame show. I heard it on the broadcast. It's because there's certain rules. Like they're not allowed. If it's like the humidity is at a certain level, temperature is a certain level, they have to open the roof. Because if it's too hot, they close the roof if it's too hot, which it's always too hot because it's Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's fall.
Right.
And the humidity's down. They say you got to open the roof. Because if you just close the roof every game, it's like, why have a retractable roof, I guess.
Right. But if you're telling me it's always Houston and the roof is always closed, then at what point do you decide to turn it into not Houston and open the roof. Like I'm trying to understand. Like I need to understand where Rob Manfred gets to come in and
the
say,
league decides.
You will play. Like what are these
in the playoffs? I guess because that's the same thing with the rain delays. The rain delays during the playoffs, it's up to the league.
Oh,
same
yeah,
thing with the roof.
That's yeah. But the roof is something. I'm not arguing with you at all. I'm ignorant to this. I would like to be educated on this because it baffles me that a third party, essentially, because Rob Manfred is just he's a patron at this point. Like, come to the game, watch the game. This is your game that's happening here, but you're fucking out of it, dude. Like, you're just chilling. Like, why are you meddling in? You know what I mean? Well, right. And
I think he's more than a patron.
If these
say that about Rob.
No,
what do you say about Rob?
No, you don't want. I got a lot of things to say about Rob. I just that strikes me as odd that is something the commissioner has power over. Like, could you imagine like you're just having a fucking shitty day and you're like, no, you know what? They're gonna fucking burn in Houston today. Open that bitch up. Open it up, Rob. It's July 3rd. Yep. Yep.
Yep,
4th of July, you're gonna cook too.
Yep.
Talk about a fucking barbecue. Like what?
The fucking roof, man. I think what they said on TV was that since it was a certain degree in temperature and the humidity was a certain level, that they were told they have to have the roof open.
That is a definitive bit of information that I need.
Yeah.
Because there is a big difference between a strong suggestion from the league office and a mandate. Those are two very different things.
Yeah. Talk to TBS. I heard this straight from the horse's mouth. Turner Broadcasting Station. Jim Crane wanted to close the roof. He was told to open the roof. Can't say no to Manfred.
Jake, book Ted Turner. We're going to get him on the next pod.
Wow.
I want to fucking know, dude.
So do I.
We're going to find out. I want to revisit our predictions for this series. Really quick. It was what were the conditions? Because this says Jared, Houston Astros in 5 or 6. Dallas also in 5 or 6. What were the conditions, Jake? Do you remember?
Yeah, the 5 was if it was the Guardians.
6 if it was the Yankees?
Yeah.
Joey says Astros in 5. Jake says Astros in 6.
I'm going to switch my pick to the Yankees. Now that I've seen the first 2 games, like I'm feeling the buzz in the zoo. Oh man,
can't do that.
Chill, dude. Relax. These are my 2 favorite teams. It's tough.
Can't do that, dude. You can't do it. You can't do it.
All right.
I might switch to America's team right now.
America's team got eliminated by the Astros.
That's the New York Yankees.
While the decision on whether or not to retract the dome is up to the home team during regular season games, it's actually the league's call to make during the postseason. With the MLB, and when I say the MLB, I'm quoting this article here. So it says, with MLB adhering to strict guidelines for stadiums featuring retractable roofs to ensure that playing conditions don't give the home team an unfair advantage.
That's crazy.
So it says, as per MLB rules, during the postseason, the commissioner or another designated official shall make all decisions regarding roof movement in consultation with the home club and the umpire crew chief. This is an article from, it's called Blog TO Sports and Play, written by Jack Landau. It was posted 13 days ago. And this is in reference to how MLB decides whether or not to open Rogers Center roof in Toronto. So that is specifically referencing the Rogers Center. But the thing I just stated about the postseason obviously is not specific to just the Rogers Center. That's to any place with a roof in the postseason. And in 2015, Rob Manfred told Sportsnet 590 The Fan, one of my absolute favorite stations up there in Toronto, that the league will control the decision on the roof for all postseason home games in Toronto, adding, "It probably goes without saying that in a series this important, leaving that decision to the home team is probably not appropriate."
Anyways,
so
fuck the roof. Fuck the roof. What I'm seeing on Twitter right now, a lot of Yankee fans are turning on the Yankees because they think that specifically the Kyle Higashioka quote, they think it's a loser mentality. Like the Yankee fans, because at this point, 2009 was a long time ago. They're sick of seeing their team play well in the regular season, get to the postseason, and just get trounced by the Astros or the Red Sox. And
this is why people hate fucking Yankee fans.
Why? I think usually I'm the first person to be like, yes, give me all the Yankee fan hatred. I'm with them. If I'm a Yankee fan, especially someone my age or like younger, Yankee fans, there are a lot of young Yankee fans on Twitter. If they get a Garrett Cole profile picture, they're probably fucking 19 years old. But I would be sick of the same shit and then going on Twitter and seeing half the locker room, like respect to Judge in what he said, but like Severino, Higashioka, and even a little bit of Boone there, blaming the wind and saying, he didn't hit the ball hard enough. Like I want to say, Woodit Dong had that at 25 out of 30 ballparks. Like that's not just like a home run in Houston. So like blaming all this, like I think Judge. I'm going to play this quote from Judge. We didn't get to this one. And actually, I don't really know what he's even fucking referring to, but it is kind of like it's a leadership thing to say, but I do have comments after.
We've been in this spot before. We've been in these situations before, and we got every single guy in this room, knows what they need to do to help us get to the next step. So it's just about us going out there and doing it.
So he's calm, he's collected. He's like, we know what we got to do. Like we've been in the spot before, but every time that they've been in the spot, they've lost the series. Like what the fuck's he talking about? What is he talking about? Where the time where the Yankees were down 2-0 and came back and won the series? Has that ever fucking happened when he was on the team?
No, I didn't. I guess I didn't understand. I guess I didn't understand what you're saying about loser mentality. Like the idea. What we were talking about with the players being vocal about that ball being gone and ours not, and blah blah blah. Yeah, that is sort of like, that's why I said what I said about, like, you went back and referenced numbers and shit, and that's where you got butthurt about it. Like, just
say it, dude. Say it. If it's true, say it. They got fucking beat by the wind. It's not fair.
They got beat by the Astros, which
they
is
got
nothing
beat by the wind.
So then why can't we? No, because if you really wanted to be a dick about it to Yankee fans, if you wanted to be a dick to Yankee fans, you could say, you could say, well, why didn't the guy that you've been telling the whole world is the greatest home run hitter ever, the greatest power hitter ever?
Yeah.
Why didn't he pull the ball? Why didn't he pull the ball? Why didn't he pull the ball?
Oh, well, because this is what he's also a good singles guy. He hits for average too. Ohtani would have fucking hit it out of the park, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Ohtani would have.
But like seriously, what do you like? The whole win thing, like just stop it, stop it right now.
Well, it reminds me of a Spencer Strider quote back in August when he said the Mets are lucky. We'll see them in October. And what happened? We beat them in October. We both lost.
The NL East is over.
Exactly. And we shoved it in their face. It's all right to talk shit. And how much shit did Spencer Strider get for saying that? And then it turns out he was right. Chipper Jones, back in the 90s, said the same thing. And it worked out, dude. It worked out. You're allowed to talk shit, dude. What is the Yankees going to say? Oh, the Astros, they're just too good. They beat us fair and square. We have no excuses. They're just so good at hitting and pitching. Oh my God, there's curveballs. Oh, we couldn't touch them. We're so bad. We're going to take a day off and see what we can do tomorrow. One game at a time, boys. No, you got fucked by the wind. The Astros aren't even that much better than you, obviously. They've been getting lucky all fucking playoffs. And it's got to end eventually. And why not at the zoo?
That's right, baby.
Nope.
They're going to the zoo. Don't let us win tomorrow.
It's a shit show.
You're just playing songs now.
Yeah, what are you doing?
This is the Yankee. This is the Yankees fucking home run siren, you idiot.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I don't care.
Never heard it before? You fucking
Nope.
You pitched there, bro. You probably gave up 20 bombs in Yankee Stadium. You should know exactly what the fuck the Yankee home run siren sounds like.
Nope.
Yeah.
Short memory.
You don't want to go to the Bronx, dude. You don't want to take this serious to the Bronx. You know that.
Not 2-0. Not up 2 games, you don't.
Dude, you don't want none of this. You don't want to come to the Bronx. But if you do want to go to the Bronx, the GameTime app is how you do it because October baseball is here. The crowds are buzzing, and thanks to GameTime, it's easier than ever to be there in person. Me and Jake, we use the GameTime app to go to Seattle to see the Mariners play 18 scoreless innings against the Houston Astros. And now, tomorrow morning, we have a flight to Philadelphia to see the NLCS against the San Diego Padres. We're about to break down that series as it is split, headed to Philly. We'll be there. Are we going to all 3 games, Jake?
We're going to all 3.
We're going to all 3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? There's no game. Yeah, Monday would be... Is it Monday in San Diego?
Yeah, Monday.
Yes.
We're going all 3 Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Philadelphia. Shout out to the GameTime app. GameTime is the fastest growing ticketing app that guarantees the lowest price on tickets to all your favorite sports, concerts, and shows. You can actually see the view from your seat inside the app, and checkout takes less than 30 seconds. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and redeem $20 off your first purchase with the promo code ROCKET. Again, that is promo code ROCKET for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the GameTime app. Last minute tickets for the lowest prices. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
You're going to get a taste of the bank. I want to know what you think.
Dude, aren't you going to fucking be there, dude?
I'm going to the bank on Sunday. I'll see you boys there. I got get my towel. Pack my towel for the fields. Waiting for the boys.
Yeah.
And, man, that place is electric.
It is electric.
Bunch of fucking scumbags all
The
fucking
bank?
drunk as
Bro,
fuck.
I'm excited to go there. I'm excited, bro. I've never been. It's my first time. Why are you just going on Sunday? What do you have to do on Friday and Saturday?
I got chill here.
For what?
I got chill here.
For what?
It's my girlfriend's birthday, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude.
Wow. Wow. Joey, does she pay rent?
Yeah.
She does pay rent?
Dude.
Yes, she does pay rent.
Oh, okay.
We don't live together. She doesn't pay my rent.
Well, then that's my fucking point.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell her that. All right.
Yeah, tell her that.
Dallas wants to know if you pay rent.
Yeah. Dallas says you don't pay rent. Like, I can do what I want.
Yeah.
I can do what I want.
I don't.
Why
well, I
doesn't
don't
she
wanna
just
go
want to
all 3
celebrate her
games.
birthday in Philly with you doing what you love? You're the gift.
I don't know
she's-
if that's.
If she's a writer, she understands how lucky she is.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the bank for 3 games.
Oh, come on, dude.
I don't know about you, man. I gotta, I have responsibilities of my own over here. I gotta post videos.
Well,
Yeah, I go to the bank with you fools for 3 days. That's 3 days of me not doing shit.
You're telling
really.
me that you'd rather be home than at the park with the boys?
No, I mean, honestly, I have a little bit of PTSD from the bank. I don't really like. I'm not that excited to go. Wait, I'll really say that. Be honest, like watching the Phillies play, like, and I don't have like the biggest grudge against the Phillies, but it just made me think, like, if the Mets win a World Series, I might fucking just end it all. It's gonna be tough. Because going into the Padres Phillies, I was like, I don't really care who wins that much. And then once the Phillies started, I'm just, fuck these guys, man. It's just in me. I just want to fucking.
We never really talked about it. Like, how do you feel after, that was a grueling Brave season. You've had some time to decompress. How do you feel?
I'm feeling good for 2023.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see what the payroll's looking like.
What's the latest on Mike Soroka? Where is he at?
Mike Soroka? He's stretching.
He's stretching.
Like I said.
Shout out to Mike Soroka's dad.
Mike Soroka's dad. Fuck, man. Hopefully Mike Soroka's a beast when he comes back. But he's been, it's been like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
If he is.
Yeah, low mileage on that arm, bud. That's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Extra bullets.
I think he actually had an elbow injury that ended his season this year.
Just a little inflammation.
Just, they're being cautious with the guy.
They gotta be
That's
cautious.
it.
They should be.
That's it.
But fuck, you don't want a fucking healthy Mike Soroka back in that fucking rotation.
Well, speaking of rotations, the San Diego Padres head into game 3 with Primo on the tit for the Friars. We're talking Java Joe. Joe Musgrove on the bump for game 3. What do we think about the Phillies heading back to the bank for these next 3 games split? Because I got a take on heading back home with a split and it kind of feeling like 2 different things, but ultimately being sort of a win-win if you can process it in a certain way. And for the Phillies, look, you're out of San Diego 1-1. That's how you want to work on the road. You do go back home having lost your last game, but it almost makes you feel like all good. We're going home.
Yeah.
They got their 1 win that they were going to get at home. It's all good. We're going back home to our house.
That was probably the mission. That was the goal. Split in San Diego and go home.
That sounds like loser mentality to me. If anything,
the other side,
I just want to win one game. I just want to win one.
That's what you do.
Win them both.
You win at home, you split on the road. That's the name of the game. It has been that way since we've been throwing these fucking pills.
I agree.
The Phillies, though, does it feel different if they don't win game 1, win game 2, and head into the bank with that kind of momentum? So that's why I say it's really a win-win depending on how you process it. But I'd like to think that with a winner's mentality and a glass half full type of outlook, which is how I live, like, yeah, this is bad news for you, San Diego, because we're going back home now. You eked one out. We had a fucking shit inning, like one bad inning for the Phillies.
Really bad. Real bad.
That's where, like, so bad that Blake Snell was like, fuck, I don't know if I can go back out and pitch.
Yeah.
It's been a fucking hour. I'm not going back out
there.
there.
It was a 7-run inning. Phillies blew a 4-0 lead.
It was a 5-run inning, right?
I thought it was a 7-piece.
Was it? No. I thought it was just a 5-run inning.
Hold your horses, boys.
Damn it.
It was the 5th inning.
Yeah. It was 5. Yeah. Because it was 4-2. Yeah, it was 4-0. San Diego scored 2 in the bottom half. Then
I
they
didn't
put
even
up
take
a 5
ball
spot
rip
in the
until like the 3rd fucking inning of that first game. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
That game took forever. 4 hours.
Yes.
Forever.
Well, dude, I swear to God, Joe, I was sitting there and like the 4th inning came. I was like, all right, this game is not fucking moving at all. Like, this game doesn't suck, but it kind of sucks right now. It's taking forever. And my wife walked in and was like, hey, is it me? Or is this game taking forever? And I was like, God damn it. So I got up and I was like, I got to rip the bong. Like, my wife just came in and was like, this fucking game is taking forever. Like, she likes baseball and she's
worried
in
about
tune.
you. Dallas, you haven't hit the bong in 2 hours.
she's like, what is happening? But yeah, like that was grotesque. That was an inning where if there was like a list, like a laundry list of shit that just can't happen. All right. If we don't let any one of these things happen, we're good. We win. All of them happened.
Yeah.
Just bleeder. Just tough.
They
play.
bloopy duped them. A lot of bloopy dupes. There's one. I said there was 3 bloopy dupes, and then there were some Padre fans being like, no. Like there was only one like legit bloop. I'm like, no. There was 3.
No, there was 3
for the Padres.
I even made a comment like there was 3 hits where I was like, I don't none of those saw the barrel. The hardest hit ball that inning was a fucking out.
That was for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought we were talking about the Padres.
No.
We're talking about the wind and the Astros. The Phillies had the fucking sun on their side.
Yeah, that's
all
fucked
playoffs.
Can we talk about the start time is just that's a grizzly. That's a tough one. That's a fucking hang with them. That kind of sun down
the
south.
Shadows. Imagine facing Hader with the shadows. No, thank you.
Good luck.
No,
Good luck.
thank you.
And Hader, back to his old self, just absolutely undressing people.
Yeah, he's a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, man.
That you knew that, like, I don't want to say you knew that was going to happen, but I'm not saying
that was
when he was going bad.
Jared.
What?
Tell me right now that he wasn't an X factor.
What do you mean?
An X factor in the way that, well, I guess not X factor, a question mark with the clear and obvious ability, excuse me, to be an X factor, but a question mark. Like, what are we gonna get? Because if this is the Hader where it's 98 and it doesn't have that fuck you behind it, well, we know what that looks like. Hader backs up third a lot when that happens.
Yeah.
Or sometimes he doesn't even have to leave the mound. He just gets a new ball.
Mm-hmm.
But when Hader's got that 98 with some fuck you behind it, with that little extra on the finish, tough sledding.
I was going to say, my point was, it's not like Hader corrected himself going into the postseason. So I'm not going to say we all knew he was going to turn it around during the time that he was going bad. But I think we had enough he's turned it around time during the regular season to know that, like, he's probably back once we went to the playoffs. Like, the innings breakdown was almost half and half. Like, he sucked for the half of the innings, and then he was dominant for the second half of the innings, and that's what we're on.
He had a great final month, but he had one. And I feel bad because we spent like 3 episodes being like, this guy's. I mean, we did like 20 minutes digging into the stats. How can you be this bad at pitching?
Well, it's because that's what happens, Joe, when you're that good for the way that for as long as he has been that good and in the fashion he's been. That's when you get those kind of like.
It was also that he got traded right away. Like, it was like, whoa, they traded the best pitcher, best closer in the league while he's doing bad, and now he's doing even worse. What's going on? There's fishy, maybe.
Well, right. Did the Brewers know something? They were okay with parting ways with this dude? Like, how do you do that?
Turns out Brewers are fucking dumb. And the Phillies.
Strong.
Oh, sorry, not the Phillies. Padres. I guess they're smart. They just traded for every single player in the league. And now they're a couple games away from the World Series.
I gotta give some love to some guys in that Padres bullpen, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly Nick Martinez, who when he came in yesterday, and you need outs. Like, this is where the bridge starts to form. When we talk about the bridge to the back end of the bullpen, that can be represented by more than one arm, or it can be a guy who just spreads his legs, lets his nutsack hang and swell to the fucking brim, and decides, I'm going to drag it up this mound, down the slope, and over your face. And that's what Nick Martinez did. Blake Snell, he just sat there for an hour, dude. We can't run the lefty back out there. Nick, we need you to saddle up. Aye, Captain. No fucking problem. 2 innings, 1 hit, 3 punch outs later. He hands the ball to Suarez, who then hands the ball to Hader. Suarez gave up a homer. It is what it is. But he hands the ball to Hader, who shuts the fucking door.
That was crazy to see Snell like give up 4 runs, then go 5 innings, and then they're like, oh, they're going to bring him back in, which is like, well, you never see that with Snell. It's always the guy to take it down, but the Phillies got the old school mentality. We're going to stick with our guy. Oh, fuck, it's the Padres.
You're okay.
The Padres.
It's twice now. It's okay.
They're both P's.
I feel you.
Who set this up?
Well, it's actually it's a S, a D, and a P. It's just a P.
SDP.
So yeah, between Hader and Nick Martinez, shouts to the Friar Pin.
Also, shouts to the Phillies offense. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, 488 feet, 120 miles an hour off the bat. The longest home run in Petco Park history was off the bat of Kyle Schwarber.
I loved his response when who was it? Rosenthal asked him, like, well, your reaction to basically breaking StatCast and blah. He's like, look, it's cool. It's really fucking far. I get it. I don't really care though. Like,
yeah, he's like,
I don't care if I knock somebody out in the front row or if I hit an usher in the fourth deck. I don't care. Like, they all count the same. It's pretty cool, but it all counts the same. Now, I'll say this. On the airplane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, buddy. On the airplane?
Yeah.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
Do you guys like those interviews? Those seem, I don't really fuck with those.
During the game?
Yeah, in dugout interviews.
Well, because you're not getting anything. You're still getting buttoned up fucking just, it's not what you would want it to be.
This is where it's going to be worth it, is when, if you get Harper going, ripping off his gloves, like Rosenthal's laying down this elaborate question, setting it up, just putting on a tee, giving him this huge fucking softball. What we need is for Harper, after he pumps one out of the bank, to come back into the dugout and pump another one out of there and respond with what'd you think was going to happen? That's the shit you're looking for. Like, what do you think, Kenny? He left it dick high down the middle. What'd you think was going to happen? And then just walk off. That's the fucking response we're getting for. Or, a guy coming off the mound after 7 shut, like Zach Wheeler, like, hey, how'd you feel out there? Well, Kenny, I got to be honest. I woke up this morning with a fucking throbbing heart on. And I knew the Padres were fucked. I knew right then and there they were fucked. And you saw what happened. I shoved it up their ass. You folks at home saw what happened. They had no fucking chance. Good talk, Kenny. We'll see you tomorrow. That's what we need. That's what we need.
I wish. Bro, you see fucking Rosenthal kind of gave away the game plan. You see that?
What do you mean?
He goes, after Harper gets a home run, he's like, Harper, you just told your teammates, sit on the fastball. Is that what you're thinking right now?
He's said like, that, like he revealed like a private conversation?
Yeah.
No,
he's like,
go
ahead. Okay, I'll go ahead. Yeah. He was like,
don't call me a goat head.
I'll go ahead. Listen, Ken Rosenthal comes in and Bryce Harper just hits a bomb and Bryce like, oh, let's fucking go, boys. And he goes in the dugout and Ken, and I don't know what he said because it's on camera, but Ken goes, Bryce, you just told your teammates, sit on the fastball. Is that the strategy going on? And then Harper's like, yeah, I'm sitting fastball. But I'm like, yo, someone's watching that. You could just tell Darvish they're going to sit on the fastball.
Right.
Don't throw it as much.
No, you can't do that. Because if you're in the video room, there's no coming out of that video room. And there's personnel, there's staff sitting in the video room. So the feed into the video room is not only being guarded, but is also on a delay. And there's only one TV that is in real time. And there's
not one person like on the TV who has someone's phone number and get someone to go to the dugout and tell them that. No. Well, first of all, there's fucking video of fucking Clevenger with his phone in the dugout yesterday.
Probably an iPad.
I saw someone tweet why Clevenger has his phone in the dugout.
Small iPad, probably. It's just probably a camera angle. You know how things get weird when you take pictures from different angles on your TV.
Fact that someone is watching the game and can get that message to
I've always thought, fans, why are you not why don't you have the live feed up for instances like that? Right? Because if I'm a fan leaning over the dugout yelling at Darvish, hey Darvish, I just watched the interview with Rosenthal and Harper. They're sitting on your fucking heater. Start spitting some shit, buddy. Let's go, baby. Get you back in this thing. I don't know if Darvish is taking the drunk guy's advice in section 105, row 2, but I mean, it's worth a shot.
Like, you can't watch the game in the dugout or even in but you can watch it in the clubhouse.
No.
Well, the radio announcers has people's phone numbers, and you can use your phone in the clubhouse.
You're not supposed to.
But they do.
They do, as we know with Pablo Sandoval. That's how he got suspended. Some asshole saw him on Instagram and tweeted about it, and they were like, hey, Pablo's on his phone during the game, and then he got suspended for it.
You believe that, Joey? What are your thoughts on people like that, Joe? Real quick.
Using their phone in the dugout?
No, like people who
Snitching.
Essentially try to put themselves on the map by blasting star players.
Yeah. Star players.
Big contract you guys signed him for. I mean, I feel like you got to ride with your guys. You know, I mean, you give the Yankees so much shit. Oh, the Yankees players hate playing for the fans. They're always trying to fucking talk shit, expose them, boo them and shit. And it's like you kind of did the exact same thing, but actually took it a step extra, try to get him in trouble, try to get him suspended. That's worse than booing.
Yeah.
So you'd call that scumbaggery?
Yeah, I mean, it's questionable, especially if you're with a team and you're rooting for the team and they've opened your arms and allowed you to like get, you know, throw out the first pitch, go on the field, talk to the players.
Is that somebody that you could sit down and like break bread with?
I mean, like, I'd have to, you know, I don't look at things black and white like that. I think people can do fucked up scumbag shit and still be like a good person, but that is
so you got fucking
scumbag shit.
You got skeletons. Joe got fucking skeletons. Fucking Dahmer over here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think guys are. Look, what's a little murder, right? Like here and there,
it's a little murder. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's worse. That is that's a little worse than murder.
What's worse than murder?
Exposing the panda. Liking a tweet. You're allowed to like a tweet, man.
Who said he's not allowed to do that?
Well, that was the saying that you said you know, I wasn't around back then. I don't know what's going on.
How old were you in 2015?
I was 17, 16.
Yeah, you're just a little kid. You don't know shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't even allowed to have TV back then. I couldn't watch the games.
Joey, you've been in the shower for an hour and a half. I swear to God, if I find more hair and grooves in my bar of soap.
Yeah.
I'm watching the Red Sox.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a gambling issue why they can't have phones in the clubhouse. Yeah. Because they can't be like, hey, like, you know, live bet so and so because like we're about to take so and so out of the game. They can't do that. It's too bad. It's too bad that you know, heroes get demonized for kind of you know, just enforcing the rules. Like they make the rules for a reason, and then you have legitimate heroes who want to help the league enforce said rules, and then they just get villainized for it.
You want to know what happened, Joey? Somebody just went 0 for 5 with 4 punches as a 23-year-old against a bunch of fucking 19-year-olds. 18-year-olds was like, you know what? Fuck Pablo. Fuck Pablo.
And that's why he didn't perform well in Boston. In Atlanta, he was amazing.
World champion.
We all love him.
Multi-time world champion Pablo Sandoval. Shouts to Pablito. Someone's going to have to take that fucking soundboard away from Jared already. Day one, you're already going to be on probation.
That's not me. I don't get to pick what goes on.
Well, here's a question. Did you guys see the Searching for Shohei special with Ben Verlander?
I have not.
It was on the game after Fox is a fucking hour. I didn't really watch the whole thing, but fuck, man, you learn a lot about Shohei in there. And he's a good player. That's your sound effect, Jared? Come on, bro. You gonna leave me out like a fucking idiot? This guy just brought up the fucking Shohei documentary. You know what I was going for, bro. Don't be too scared to pull the trigger now, bro. You're talking, I got the best sound effect, yo. Fucking scared to pull the trigger.
Fucking pussy. Oh.
Did you see it?
I watched part of it. I
Okay.
watched like 20, 30 minutes.
What did you think?
I thought it was a little long, man.
What do you mean?
I thought it was a little long. It was like a lot of hey, I would like to see more of a Shohei interview.
Yeah.
It was a little, I thought it could have been shorter, but what are you going to do, dude? I mean,
What do you mean? Why? If you want to see more Shohei, but you want it to be shorter, what are you saying?
because there's a lot of Ben, and I love Ben, but it was a lot of Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot about him like being like famous in Japan. And I was kind of like,
how long do we know how long the actual sit down with Shohei was? Like how much of the interview was not included in the special that could have been?
I don't know. I don't think they put out the raw interview, but bro, when I saw it, I was like, because there's not a lot of Shohei interviews. Getting a Shohei interview is like a big deal.
It's a big deal.
So, but watching the thing, it made it seem like the interview was like 20 minutes probably, because it was not a lot of Shohei's face. It was kind of like going to his hometown.
Well, there's also like the interpreter situation where, like, I don't know how much time he sat down for, but I would love to see the raw interview.
Fuck yeah.
Like that was the most fascinating part, was like hearing Shohei talk. But you probably got, out of like the hour special, you probably got like 7 minutes of Shohei talking.
Yeah. Dude, if I interviewed Shohei, like I would just be like, what do you do every day?
What do you eat?
No, but I mean, he I know what he eats. I already know what he eats.
Are you a right leg in the underwear first guy? Left leg?
Do you like, when was the last time you left your house? When was the last time you like did anything other than baseball?
Nothing. Him and Ichiro.
Bro, what was cool about that fucking Shohei video is that Ben asked him about like his high school and like the training schedule they have in Japan, and it's fucking crazy. It's like wake up at 6, do an hour practice, go to school, then do like a 5-hour practice every fucking day.
Get ready for that fucking Koshin, baby.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I also thought it was really cool that the kids all wear 17 for Shohei, like the whole team. There were some interesting parts. Cool. There was a lot of like self dick sucking going on, but there was some interesting like Shohei parts for sure.
I'll have to dabble.
I think like, you navigate through the whole like, Ben talking about being a Japanese god stuff, and then you get to like the Shohei stuff, and that stuff is very interesting.
Come on. Are you serious?
There's a lot of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll need to get the manuscript and just find the Shohei interview.
No, it's worth watching. But there's just a lot of stuff you got to navigate through to get to the good stuff.
Well, I'll tell you how that goes. Maybe I'll watch it on my way to Maui.
Oh yeah, what the fuck are you doing in Hawaii?
Hawaii shit.
Like
scouting.
What? Yeah.
Is this like a vacation? Or are you going to like a wedding, or what is this?
Yeah, no, it's vacation.
You're going to vacation in the middle of the fucking World Series, dude?
Yeah. Because this
was,
bro.
He's doing I know exactly what he's doing, dude. You're filming the fucking Searching for IKF Fox Sports special, dude. Everyone's waiting for it. Exclusive interview with IKF.
He's
We're
Hawaiian?
going back to yeah. He's going back to his elementary school. I think he is.
Oh, both of you right now are just fucking too much.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he's Hawaiian.
Sugoi!
It's fucking beautiful. Sugoi! I fucking love Gooby. Love him.
Yeah.
Love him. All right, let's talk NL. Fuck the fucking
just did.
searching for. Oh, did we?
Dude, how high are you right now?
Game one. We only talked game one, I thought.
We didn't finish.
I mean, we talked about fucking Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber hitting home runs.
Yeah, what else?
That was the only thing that happened in that game. Nola. Zach Wheeler being a fucking stud.
Yeah, come on.
Dude, if you look at his StatCast, it's like ever since the playoffs started, his miles per hour, it's all bumped up like 2-3 miles per hour in every pitch.
Yeah, and so can we, because I had to say this with Musgrove, like, can we just finally understand, like, the calculator does not have a button on it that says postseason. So you don't get to just factor.
No, I don't think anyone like accused Wheeler of cheating, right? No one's was throwing that out there.
I will. You want me to?
You won't.
That's the instant narrative is people. What did people say immediately? Spin rates.
Spin rate is different than uptick in velocity. Well, they're related. They're related, but I feel like
so you don't. No. You don't get to just ignore that. We don't. That's not a fact that we get to conveniently overlook.
No, but
they are related.
I think
and
when
they stated them to almost raise the flag as of, hey, don't want to say anything here, but wink, wink, nod, nod. Take a look at this. What's going on here? And I said, it's the fucking postseason.
Right.
He's jacked fucking up. He's ready to shove it down someone's throat.
If there's an increase in velocity, I think that almost absolves you more when we talk about like, oh, there's an uptick in spin rate. It's like, oh, well, he's throwing 3 miles an hour faster. Like, duh. But I think when Garrett Cole was throwing 98 and the spin rate was up fucking 450 RPM, and then he stopped using sticky shit, he's still throwing 98, but it just doesn't look like it's rising anymore. So like, I think when you start to look at like cheating or not cheating, I think an uptick in velocity, especially in the postseason, makes it look like you're more innocent.
I'm just saying the default move is for fans to not think maybe much farther beyond the initial statement or the initial accusation, and then instantly just go to, well, I heard or saw somebody say something or reference something about spin rate and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, man. It was kind of curious as to what's fucking stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Zach Wheeler is in his bag.
I agree. Please, people, let's leave the investigating sticky substance to baseball doesn't exist. I'm the only one who does it right. Everyone else is a fucking asshole.
Damn,
I've seen everybody's spin rate. I have that shit down packed. I know who's cheating. I know who's not cheating.
Who's cheating, bro? Tell me.
Everybody.
Tell me.
Pretty much everyone, technically.
Like who?
So
I need names.
The biggest cheater in the league?
Yeah.
Right now? I tell you what, man. Walker Buehler?
Oh, don't even.
Check his spin rates,
bro.
dude.
He doesn't even pitch right now.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. They went down.
Bro.
They went down, and it hasn't been good sense. He does not get the attention.
Dodger baseball.
That's fucked up, dude. Come on. He's not even pitching right now.
Well, that's why. That's why he's not pitching. Ever since they cracked down, I don't know what happened, man.
I never thought I'd see this side of you, Joe.
Yeah, that's fucked up,
and
dude.
I honestly, it could be wrong. I haven't looked at this in a while, but I'm pretty sure I remember thinking that, like, oh my God, he never gets any shit for spin rate, but his shit is, ever since the crackdown, it's been bad.
Fuck that.
But if anything, that means he's innocent because he's the only one who hasn't started using it again.
I guess so.
but he's on my watch list. Let's see what he can do when he comes back. He'll be fine, though, honestly. I don't think it makes that big of a difference. It's not going to kill you. Like a foreign substance is not going to make you elite just because you're a foreign substance.
I mean, go Garrick.
So we got Joe Musgrove, Ranger Suarez, game 3 at the bank. Yeah, I gotta believe that the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean, this is going back to San Diego.
Say it. Say you think the series is over. Say you think this is all Phils.
No.
Say
no,
it. Say it.
No.
Say it.
I
say you think the series is over, Dal. Say you.
I think it's 2 out of 3. I think it's 2 out of 3 in Philly.
Really?
You think the Phillies? Do you think the Phillies win the series?
No.
You don't?
I told you I picked the Padres earlier, and what I wanted to see out of the Phillies in the DS, we saw. And that's why I said, all right, they're real. They're playing great baseball at the perfect time. I just don't know if they have enough to combat what the Padres are offering via that rotation and with their lineup starting to figure things out and swinging the bat that the way have. Because I mentioned a guy who I was wrong on as far as productivity offensively in Alec Boehm. Sure, some decent at bats, but the numbers are not what they are. It's the defense that's been solid for him. But they're going to need other guys to step up and do what guys like Brandon Drury have done for the Padres. Josh Bell. Like, I think because Hoskins, Harp, Realmuto, Schwarber. I mean, Schwarber just got himself on the board. And we're getting into the third game. So, going to need more of that. But I just don't know if they have enough to answer over the long haul. Look, the Padres didn't run Blake Snell out there because he sat for too long. Things could have looked different.
Man. The Phil, I feel
Say
because
Say it.
The Phillies pitch, like the thing is, the Phillies is that it's the pitching that is like the biggest red flag. Just they have two of the best starters, but then after that, it's like who are they going to pitch? It's like who do you really trust? But then it's like this is the same shit I said when they played the Braves, and I got that shit. I got pie in my face.
But Joey, look, Sir Anthony Dominguez and fucking Alvarado.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about like the starters. Like if Wheeler and Nola aren't pitching, like who do they really like starting?
Well, that's my entire point about why the Padres, I think, are probably going to come out of this series on top.
Yeah, and that's why I picked the Padres too. But then I also feel like, because it's like I think the home field advantage in Philadelphia is like different. Like I think that's going to be fucking huge, and I think they are, like what you were saying earlier about getting on the plane. I think they feel like really good and almost invincible at home. I think they bought into that.
And I think when the Phillies fans are able to wrap their arms around this team again, coming home, knowing they've got a chance to do what I think they could do and take 2 out of 3 here. Don't know if they take that first one tomorrow at home, but 2 out of 3 is feasible. And if that's the case, if you're the Phillies, having split already back in San Diego, there's no way you get on that airplane. Like, even as I take the Padres here, I'm doing everything I can to try to give Phillies fans the perspective of why you're in a really good spot right now. Or at least if you're looking at things through my lens, why you would be in a really good spot. Because kind of like splitting on the road and feeling like whether or not we won that last game before we left or lost the last game before we left, we know we're going home and we're taking that momentum with us back to Philly. Same thing can be said on the flip side of this 3-game set in Philly. You lose the first one, you win the next 2, great. You win the first 2, lose the last one, you're able to get on that plane and go, boys, one more. One more is all we got to do. And we've done that before at their place. Done fucking deal. Let's go handle business. So
yeah. And now you're looking at if you're the Phillies now, you're looking at it, you have Nola and Wheeler set up for going back to San Diego. They're probably thinking that same thing. Like, if we win one game here, we have a good chance to win. If we win two,
look the fuck out. House money almost, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. But that all boils down to beating the arms on the bump. That's got to happen. I mean, that's sort of an obvious statement, but we're obviously a little deeper into this assessment of this series as opposed to, you got to score runs off their pitchers. That's how you're going to win the game. We get it.
Yeah. Well, who do we pick for? Who are the NLCS MVPs that we picked?
I got Manny Machado. I believe you took Bryce Harper.
I did.
I picked Josh Bell.
You did, Joseph.
I feel like everyone except for Dallas is on a great pace right here. Everyone's got a homer except Manny hasn't homered.
What the fuck are you talking about, dickhead? Manny's
Machado
got a homer.
Manny homered off of Kershaw. Did he hit a home run in this series that I missed? Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Off of who?
Off.
It was to make it. Yeah, but it was to make it like 8-4 when it was 7-4. It was a garbage time.
Sorry.
Home. It was a garbage time home.
No.
Yeah, Bryce Harper's home run was to win the game. That was a game-winning home run for Bryce Harper.
Cool.
Josh Bell had that. He had a big game. Actually, he had the homer, the knock down the right field line where he didn't even know where the ball
was
went.
3 for 5 with the fucking homer, bud.
Yeah, garbage time.
You know what? No, here's some crazy, and this is the craziest thing about the fucking playoffs. It doesn't make any sense in doing any statistical analysis. Doesn't fucking matter in any time. Manny Machado, a 1.111 OPS, 1,000 OPS. He has a negative win probability added.
How does that make sense? Because he still plays Gold Glove defense.
I don't fucking know, because he's probably, I guess he struck out or got out
not according to the Gold Glove Award.
Who were the finalists at third base in the National League?
Not Manny Machado. That's one of them.
Who were they? Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan. I honestly don't. Why do I think Dalton Varishow? No, that's the fucking utility.
Got a utility Gold Glove?
Yeah, first year of the utility Gold Glove.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Nolan Arenado, Key Brian Hayes, and Ryan McMahon.
Come Ryan. Yeah, so Nolan's going to go ahead and lock that up.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone else. But
yeah, no Manny is just baffling.
I would agree.
Oh,
yeah, Manny's.
Yeah, I'd say each one of our selections, as far as NLCS MVP, is still very much in the running.
Yeah, it's gonna end up being Bryce though, unfortunately, just so that you guys know.
Well, let's see. As we sit right now, Bryce Harper hitting just shy of 420.
Yeah.
With an OPS north of 1,300, 1,390 to be specific.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
All right. Thanks, Bryce. Manny is hitting 306 with an OPS of 1,014. And Josh Bell slugging along at 222 with a 694 OPS. So, Joe, yeah, you're probably fucked. But
yeah, well, you're not looking at the right stats, you fucking idiot. That's not for the CS. Because I have the CS stats.
Yes, it is.
Would you say his OPS is what?
Or is that for the whole postseason?
You're looking at the whole postseason.
Okay.
I'm looking at the CS because we're talking about the CS.
You know how many times, thank God Joe's here. You know how many times Dallas probably just said something and I was like, yeah. But it's just completely wrong.
Never.
They got up to here to be the stat guy. Yeah. Stats.
Yeah, Joey numbers. What are the numbers then, Joey? You're going to fucking correct him. Do it.
Josh Bell, he's hitting 375.
Okay.
Batting average, It's 375 on base percentage, slugging 750.
Just give me the OPS.
With a 1.125 OPS.
Okay. Bryce?
Oh, Bryce?
We're doing
also. Oh, he has a 1.25 OPS.
Thank you. And Manny Machado?
Manny Machado actually has a 1.111 OPS.
So I'm winning. Okay. Let's go, Phils.
A lot of meat on that bone still.
But like I said, Manny Machado, it's interesting to see if you look at wins probability added. I don't know if you know the stat, guys.
Tell us.
But you know, like when they say, oh, Yordan Alvarez, he had hit like the walk-off home run and it added 80% chance for them to win. That was more valuable to his team than any other hit in the game.
Uh-huh.
Because he added all that probability because it was a big spot. So it kind of factors in clutch. Manny Machado is hurting his team, and according to that stat,
that doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, he had a big AB, a big spot, and in game 1 against Alvarado, a couple guys on, right, and ended up flying out. But I don't buy into that shit, Joey. Numbers lie.
Well, I mean, those stats don't really. But I'm saying, and that stat in the playoffs is more important than any other stat. Like in the regular season, it's like it's all luck. It's like a lot of it is luck. It's like when you come up, like, but in the playoffs, like, how are you helping your team when it doesn't matter? It's like we have to win this game.
Well, that's
like
that's
a
the
guy
thing
can be
is
more productive with only 1 hit than a guy with like 5 hits.
Absolutely. I mean, that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah. Timely hitting. That's all the playoffs is, dude. Shit's fucking.
Well, yeah, the whole idea, like, that's why looking at baseball through the same lens in 2 different seasons is impossible. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, you value a guy who doesn't punch out a ton over the course of a regular season. You also value that guy over the regular season. You also value that guy in the postseason. Now, the guy who just runs into one every now and then, probably not terribly valuable for you over the entirety of a regular season, but that guy runs into that one in the postseason, doesn't get much more valuable than that.
Yeah. But it's like, you can't plan for that. You can't just be like, I got a fucking feeling this guy's going to hit home run right now.
Well, fuck, he hasn't gone deep in 3 months. This is our time. This is now. Here we go.
I got a fucking good feeling about this.
I got a feeling. All right.
So, I'm not going to give you a chance. I'm not going to give anyone a chance to change their picks. But does anyone feel like they don't love their picks right now?
Oh, no, I don't love my pick, man. This is a fucking roll the dice, this series. This is a 7-game series written all over it, man.
Just to remind everyone, I said Phillies in 7. Dallas had Padres in 6. Joey had Padres in 7. Jake has Phillies in 5. So it's still on the table. Still on the table.
Be a hell of a weekend in Philly for you, Jake. Oh.
Does anyone feel like maybe they don't love their pick right now?
No, I mean, I think I've kind of laid it out there where I've given myself every opportunity to waver and jump on that Phil's wagon. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
But
we don't want
you. I'm scared. Yeah. I'm scared. For sure. I'm scared. Yeah. Me and the Friar spending some time in confession.
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting the old Friar know that we're going to have to tighten it up a bit here over these next 3.
I still very much think that I don't know what the DraftKings odds are right now on this series going 7, but I like my chances of the series at least going 7 at this point. They're two very evenly matched teams.
This has like the 5th inning of game 1. It was that game 1 or game 5th inning of game 2. Yeah. This series has that kind of ending written all over it. Like just absolute chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute madness.
We'll see what happens.
It might come down to the sun.
It might come down to the sun.
Well, Juan Soto found out the Sun undefeated.
Yeah. And still.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. No one had Astros in 4. Joey had Astros in 5. That's looking decent.
Yeah, that's looking real strong.
Yeah.
Real strong.
I think Garrett Cole gets the win for him, though. Tomorrow.
No,
Day after tomorrow.
probably not. You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
They playing with the roof open in New York?
That's right. At the zoo, baby.
Is that still on the table, Jake? Like, hypothetically, right? If we're in Philly and the Astros have a chance to clinch in the Bronx, can we pivot?
Yeah, I think if it's 3-1 going to game 5, Astros up 3-1, then we should go to New York.
All I'm saying is I packed for an extra day. When we were in Seattle, there was a scenario where we were going to have to fly from Seattle to Atlanta. And I was not packed for that.
I wish.
I was not packed for that.
Well, good thing you fucking booked the trip like 3 weeks in advance. Fucking jinxed it. So
Yeah. No, because we booked
covered
Seattle.
you covered all your bases that time.
No. We booked Seattle in advance.
And Atlanta.
Wait, Seattle in advance before the wild card series?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And
us
believe
booking
Jared
hotels
had
is not a jinx.
a 50% jinx rate.
Yep.
Pretty good.
That's pretty
Jinxed
good.
the shit out of the ribs. I got to shout out my guy, Rob Dibble.
Mhm.
Just a tweet that makes sense.
Okay.
And it's an old school sort of Barker tweet, but it's true. Funny how you don't think batting average matters till you need base runners. The Yankees have 26 strikeouts so far in the ALCS and 9 hits.
I mean, I'm one of the most pro batting average guys out there. I fucking love batting average.
Well, so do I. I mean, it's just
I
something
like
that's been-
Woba.
something
Big
that's
Woba
been
guy?
killed. I mean, there's great representative statistics, but we're talking about the postseason. We just gave an example about how value for a guy who can run into one every now and then might not be great over 162, but if you're playing the law of averages and he runs into one at that great moment, not much more value that can be added by a guy like him putting the ball in play. Cleveland Guardians, a team who nobody gave a fighting chance to, kind of held their own, being a team that was not going to pound the baseball at any point in time, but held their own because they could put the ball in play, put pressure on the defense. And once again, anytime that happens, you're going to get guys who understand how important the fundamental aspect of the game of baseball is, especially in the most crucial times of competition. They're going to see numbers like that because Rob Dibble has been there, done that on the big stage, and he understands. If I've got somebody up there that's swinging out of their ass 1-2-0-2, I'm loving my life. But now if I've got an irritant up there who it feels like he's got an 0-2 approach already deployed before he's even stepped into the box, well, that's a different story. Maybe not for Dibs because he's blowing a fucking 103 miles an hour ready to fuck you up. But anybody else might take pause.
All right. So Jake and I headed to Philly. Wait, we still have a fucking ton of ad reads. I'm going to do an ad read right now. And then I can just do it on the other side, Jake. It's time to knock that new business idea out of the park with Shopify, the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Forget the off-season work. Shopify makes it simple to sell to anyone from anywhere. Whether you're selling warm-ups or wall hangers, it's time to start selling with Shopify and join the platform simplifying commerce for millions of businesses worldwide. With Shopify, you'll customize your online store to your brand, discover new customers, and build the relationships that create diehard fans. Shopify fields all the sales channels to grow a winning business, from an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform, even across social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And thanks to 24/7 support and free on-demand business courses, Shopify is your team every step of the way. It's how every minute new sellers around the world score their first sale with Shopify, and you can too. When you're ready to take your winning idea to the world, team up with Shopify, the commerce platform powering millions of businesses down the street and around the globe. Try out Shopify for free today and start selling anywhere. To do that, you can sign up for a free trial at shopify.com/Jared, Jared. Go to shopify.com/Jared to start selling online today. Again, that is shopify.com/Jared. Okay. Any other closing thoughts here?
Yeah, how's funny? What do you think Carlos Correa is thinking out there in the booth?
I don't think he gives a fuck. I really don't think he gives a fuck. I don't. Like, I think he got his money. He's going to opt out. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not like he's going to go back to Houston, but everyone, like, I thought it was like funny. It was a funny visual when Carlos Correa is interviewing Mr. Peña. And then people were like, oh yeah, I hope it was worth it to have October's off. It's like, it's not like he's not Dan Marino. It's not like he could have been on the Astros and he left Houston just as the Astros took off and started making the playoff. Like, he's been to the ALCS 5 years in a row. Like, I'm sure he's not like, damn, really wish I could be there for number 6. I'm sure he would prefer to be playing in the postseason rather than in the studio interviewing Mr. Peña. But I don't think he's like, fuck,
No,
like I blew it.
Well, you don't think he's thinking like, oh well, I won one World Series. Everyone says it's fake. Maybe another one would be nice.
Oh, yeah, he's thinking that. Look, dude, you don't hear what you heard from Joe Musgrove and think that Joe Musgrove is the only dude on that team that feels that way. That's just not even close to being the case. I know that for a fact. So
say your sources.
No.
Yeah, say them.
No.
Who are your sources? Who have you been talking to?
The actual players.
Like who?
Them. Actual players
On the team.
Yes, on the Houston Astros team.
2017 World Champs.
Sure.
Undisputed.
Okay.
No, not undisputed.
The undisputed champions of the world. There's no disputing this.
Survey says you're fucking wrong.
Well,
you got to get Jeff Lunau on the podcast.
Jake, book Jeff Lunau.
Yeah, we'll double dip him and Crane.
He's been tweeting.
Has he?
Yeah, he's been going.
Who's the dude
Astros.
that got arrested when he was hacking the Astros? That worked. He worked for the Cardinals and hacked the Astros, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, unless it was a fake, I'm pretty sure at one point that dude followed me on Twitter.
He was on Twitter. He is, because he was in my last video, so I was looking at his Twitter.
What's his name?
He's still Chris Correa. Suspiciously close to Carlos Correa. Just
dude,
saying.
wait.
Suspiciously close.
Now he's like an activist for prison stuff because he went to prison for, like, let's be honest, bullshit.
Wasn't it
So
even
he's
like
down-
they
he's down with
called
the
it
prison reform?
hacking?
Mm-hmm.
They called it hacking, but really he just like guessed the password correctly. That's how the story goes.
Yeah, like the guy, he worked for the Cardinals with Jeff Lunau and some other Astros guy. They went to the Astros, and then so this guy had the database of the Cardinals passwords. So he just guessed his password because he had his old password. So he used the same password. So he got into all of the Astros scouting information and
How do you go
emails
to
and shit.
jail for that?
It was crazy because they said they cost him millions of dollars.
Oh, I guess, yeah. But I mean, imagine guessing a password and obtaining information about people that hit a ball with a stick and going to jail for it.
Yeah, it was corporate espionage, dude.
Damn,
That's a no.
Yeah, you can't do that.
It's pretty insane that he actually.
No fucking espionage around here.
Damn. That's tough.
That is a wild thing, dude. The Astros were like, that's what happens when you cheat, guys. Don't. We better not cheat. You go to prison for it.
Off that espionage, cuz. You got to go. Fucking A. All right, boys. Well, I'll next time we convene, I'll be on a fucking beach in Maui.
All right. Well, next time we convene, we might be talking about the back-to-back American League champion Houston Astros, baby.
That's Bobby Dynamite's music.
Could be on the table. But until that happens, I'll see you in a few days. All right. Enjoy that postseason baseball.
Wow.